enchanted ones. My name is Alwyn, and welcome back to my channel. It is the little things in my life that keep me happy. Today I'd like to share with you just a few of those things. I hope this video will bring you joy, and I hope to show you something that you might like to try. Number 1 is being connected with the outside. Being outside is something I love to do. At the moment, each morning I open my back door and look up, hoping to see the leaves growing on the bare trees. Spring is such a healing season. It is when life and light are brought back into our lives after the hibernation of winter. I love to sit and watch the forest, like a TV screen, watching the squirrels jump from tree to tree, from precarious looking branches, hearing different birds calling and answering each other's song, seeing them picking up debris from the grass and flying into trees to make their nests. This to me will always be so mesmerizing. This time of year, it is mating season, so look out for birds that are paired together, especially robins, as they are usually solitary birds. It is a rare sight to see them courting. Also, listen to the birds. This time of year, they are much more vocal. It can be so therapeutic. For the nature that surrounds my garden, I have a bird feeder in which they like to gather. They usually eat them up within a few days. However, I have recently bought some fat balls that they haven't seemed to like as much. This video makes me feel sad. These pigeons have come to my garden with the hope of finding food. But because the smaller birds haven't been eating the fat balls, there are no crumbs for them to eat on the floor. So, to avoid this situation again, I am to make something very special for them. And hopefully, after a busy mating season, it is just what they need. This leads me to the second item in this video, feeding the wildlife. Today, I am attempting to make homemade fat balls. So for these fat balls, the recipe is very diverse. So you will need some sort of seed. So I used sunflower seeds, you could use bird seeds, also some sort of dried fruit. I used raisins, but you could also use sultanas. And I also chopped up an apple because I always remember giving the birds our old apples when we were younger. So, the most important ingredient you will find in fat balls is lard. And this really helps all the ingredients cohere together. So I just melt it in a saucepan and I wait for it to melt before I add the ingredients. So now it's melted, you can start adding your ingredients. And give it a nice stir together until all of the melted lard covers. So now you're going to have to put it in the fridge, maybe for about an hour. And as you can see, they are not sliding around anymore. It's begun to set, but it hasn't set completely. If it's set completely, you'll find you'll have big trouble getting it out the saucepan. So what we're going to be doing now is just putting a little bit of foil on a baking tray and starting to mould our balls together. It might be a little bit tricky at first, and I definitely found it tricky. So if you want to, a pair of gloves might be worthwhile, because my hands were very lardy afterwards. So I made 6 balls in total, and at the end I just added more and more of the mixture to them, and I really condensed them together. You'll find that bits fall out, but with more fridge time, which is what you're going to do now for about 2 hours, they will solidify more. So now I'm going to take them out of the fridge and I'm going to condense them even more. And now they're more solid. They'll stick together a lot easier now. So now it's time to hopefully see you've done the right size balls to fit your bird feeder. And thankfully I did. You may need to give them a little bit of a nudge here and there, there you go, just to get it into the right place. And there you have it, your fat balls. This leads us on to point 3. Now I love creating things, but also I love looking after things, just like I've looked after the birds. And something you may have realised that's in my videos at the moment is my new plants that I've just started to grow from seed. I love to care for plants and I love seeing their growth. Something that always puts me into a trance is just looking very close to the leaves, seeing what type of leaves they are, just noticing the fine details in the crevices. I love looking at them in the morning because the leaves are highlighted by the beautiful light of the sun in the east. Every day I take my saplings out into the garden and then I bring them in at night again. If you sow your own seeds in March, it is very important to bring them in at night time because there may be frosts in the morning and you do not want your babies dying. Growing your own plants too is very rewarding, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Number 4, cardinal direction. I know this one seems a little odd, but I recently have gotten a lot of joy from knowing which direction is which. It has given me a new sense within nature, especially when I get lost in the forest. It honestly plays a massive part in life once you realise it. I have learned cardinal direction without the use of a compass. How can you do this? Simple. My garden faces north, so I know that opposite north is south, which is the direction the sun is in. Depending on what time of day it is, if it's morning, the sun will be more in the east, and if it's in the afternoon, evening, it will be more in the west. See if you can do this too, depending which direction your garden is in. And then you will become connected with what direction you are walking. You never know when you will find it most useful. Thank you for watching this video. These are the 4 things I have noticed I am finding happiness in recently, and I hope you will find joy in them too. It's simple things like these that can get us reconnected to nature and make us realize how fascinating it can be. Now, please enjoy this clip of the birds enjoying the fat balls. Mother Nature is amazing, so do everything you can to help it. Goodbye for now, enchanted ones. Alwyn.